Respected Shrotas, Sadhakas, co-travelers, welcome another day for this most auspicious, precious undertaking of studying of four Shastras of Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayanam, Nirguna Manasa Puja, Sankshipta Skanda Puranam, and Chandogyopanishad Parayanam. These are the endeavors when we continuously do this positive Adhyatmika samskaras will become stronger and stronger. Along with it, increasing it, doing these things intensely, devaluing the other things when we do, then our clarities will grow, our jignasa will become stronger, even our initiation of doing actual sadhanas will happen, and that will take us to that which we have to reach to, the ultimate goal. Keeping all these sankalpas, positive sankalpas, ichhas, shubha ichhas in the mind only, we are doing all these shastra adhyanams. We have the help of Parabrahma Tattva, Ishvara Tattva, Jaganmatru Tattva, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana. With their help, we identify our individuality and we strengthen it in these aspects of Loka Sevaka, Dharma Sthapaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta Gambhira, Samskrita Bhasha Jnata, Vyakarana Sahita, Guru Upasaka, Daiva Upasaka, Shruta Shastra, Manana Karta, Chintana Karta, Nidindhyasana Karta, Anubhavi. These are the Vyaktitvas we want to have in us. So, why delay? Let us start. First and foremost, Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana Shastra Adhenam Tritiya Utpatthi Prakaranam. In this, yesterday we concluded fourth Sarga Utpatti Prakaranartha Kalpanam. Today we will be starting to study a small chapter of only 24 slokas. But the content is so complete, beautiful. Name of today's Sarga is MOOLA KAARANA DEVATA SWARUPA VARNANAM. So the MOOLA KAARANA DEVATA, who is he? Sakshat Parabrahma Paramatma himself. So in this Sarga, the Varnanam of that Parabrahma Tattva is given. Essence of all Upanishads, all Brahma Vidya, all Vedanta Shastras. At one place, Sri Vasishtha is giving us so beautiful. If you see the other earlier three Sargas, 3, 4 and this one. From these two, what we understand is in life to evolve and to get out of all bondages and into liberation, the Mano Kalpita entire Drushya Jagat along with the Mana, we have to rise above and get established in this Moola Karana Devata. This is what is the entire understanding we have to have, conviction we have to have, pursuit we have to do, and also reach out to. May this knowledge of ours become clearer, stronger and stronger day by day. May our efforts also be like that. May the grace also be functioning for that. Let us have that humbleness, innocence, at the same time, seriousness, sincerity. Let us start with our prarthana and sankalpa for a couple of minutes. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, मा विद्विषावहैः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंश ऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्य प्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व सच्चास्त्राः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ओम श्री राम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने। ओम तस्मै श्री गुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्र मुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतम गुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानंद स्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुरजनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आवेश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृतजलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि। परम ब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म भक्ति योग धर्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारदादि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्येभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योग वासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यमोदेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं श्रुति स्मृति पुराणेतिहास संतवाङ्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थं तत्रोक्त ऋषिमुनि गुरुदेवता दर्शनानुग्रहानुभव प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः सांप्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्षमार्गाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत् परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालय भूभागादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवा तपस्या प्रार्थना दीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः सुसंप्रतिष्ठा अवाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्ष धर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद् देवता गुरु शास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्ति आदीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम् अध्ययनं साधना प्रयत्नं निर्गुण मानस पूजा प्रकरण ग्रंथस्य अध्ययन साधना संक्षिप्त स्कंद पुराण पारायणं भक्त्यभिवृद्ध्यर्थं छान्दोग्योपनिषदः प्रस्थानत्रय पारायणे आद्य शंकर भाष्य समेत पारायण वयं सर्वे विवेक वैराग्य भक्ति ज्ञान योगादीनां द्वारा मोक्ष प्राप्त्यर्थं करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रं मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ते स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। अज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभाति अवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। तृतीय प्रकरणम् उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम् मूल कारण देव स्वरूप वर्णनम नाम पंचमः सर्गः. Friends, we have done the chanting of this fifth sarga yesterday. Started the study also, which starts with Sri Rama Bhagavan's enquiry. Before this, toward the end of the earlier sarga, we have seen how Sri Vaashishtha ji tried to explain to us about the entire Srishti is in the mana only. Mana evacha, everything is mana. And what about mana itself? Mana also, mana evacha, sarga adau anutpannam asatvapu. Before the creation happened, even the mana also was not there in its any form or name. That mana only, first the kalpita thing out of Paramatma, and that mana with its infinite power has done the kalpana of the entire Jagat. Right? Mana being Jada, Prakriti cannot be independently doing it without the touch of the consciousness in it. Therefore, the conscious Parabrahma Paramatma, through that Samashti Mana is called as the creator, the Brahma Deva. Same at our individual level is we the Jivas. So Paramatma through Veshti Antakarana is Jiva, Paramatma through Samashti Antakarana is the Brahmadeva. Before the Antakarana manifests, it is at the Bija Avastha level. At the Bija Avastha level, at individual level, we are called as, that Prajna. At the total level, is called Ishvara. These are the things repeatedly when we hear, contemplate, we grasp. Idea of it is what? This opens up the entire secrets of the whole reality and the unreal. Equally revealing to us what do you mean by the bandhanam, what do we mean by the mukti. Obviously, the sadhana to come out of this bandhana and get moksha gets revealed to us. What we need is a crystal clear picture. Where do we stand? Where we have to go? How to go? We stand in the samsara bondage. Where we have to reach to is the permanent moksha, and that's through this understanding about the real and unreal. The entire spirituality Vedanta talks only about these things. Satya, Satya, Nitya, Nitya, Atma, Anatma, Jada, Chetana, and Bandha Moksha. In each of the Upanishadic Shastras, as it is told in their own unique style, by the Gurus to their disciples in their respective periods of history, here also Sri Vasishtha ji giving this sublime jnana, Upanishad Sara only to Sri Ramaji and through Ramachandra ji to all of us. Isn't it? Okay. Now we will start with the Sri Rama Uvacha. Ata Panchama Sargaha. Sri Rama Uvacha. What is Sri Ramaji's Prashna? Very good. Ki Bhagavan Munishardula Kimiveha Mano Brahme Vidyate Katamutpannam Mano Maya Mayam Kutaha Utpattim Adau Iti Me Samasena Vada Prabho Pravakshasi Tataha Shishtam Bhaktavyam Vadatam Vara. Good question. Now, first, the three words used by Sri Rama to address the Guru Vasishtha. First, Bhagavan. The total respectful, reverential feeling towards the Guru, that is Sakshat, Bhagavan only, we must have in our interest. Then Muni Shardula. The tiger or the best among all the Munis. Two things. One, through his manana and mauna, he is always in the reality. Second, Through his manana, he knows how to teach to the disciples. That's a Muni Shardula. Brahmavid, Brahmavidvara, Brahmavid Varishtha, as they talk in another language, here Muni Shardula, who is so experienced to teach the disciples, who is so much kind, compassionate also. No, like you and I also, with some Shastra heard itself, we get bored and we say enough of it. The most unfortunate thing in life. Shastras are studied for moksha. Anyway, so too some gurus can think, both padaya maine, I will stop. Many do it so. Like our Puja Gurudev never did it. Till the last moment, he was going on teaching. That is Munish Artul. While Vishwashishtha also kind enough to keep on giving that guidance to the disciples. So, best among the Munis for his seniority, for his experience, for all the knowledge, and for all the experience and expertise to teach, over and above all that, kindness and compassion. I तो कौन पढ़ा बताओ 30,000 श्लोकों में, isn't it? जब इतना पढ़ाकर बाकी दूसरों को पूछ लो, या you contemplate Rama enough, बहुत पूछ लिया तुमने, मैंने बहुत कह दिया, छड्डो. You can say no, no. That is why our these gurus like Adi Shankara, how many books he wrote, how much of travel he has done. Oh, noted only this much of Adi Shankara Bhagwan. Unnoted kitna hua hoga, who knows. So to our Vyasa Bhagwan, how many Puranas, how many, that Veda Vibhajanas, Itihasa, Brahma Sutras, क्या क्या उन्होंने बाप ने लिखा है. The Valmiki ji too. Entire 30,000 this he wrote, as well as the Ramayana. Again, Vaashishthaji's teachings. So too you can see the Sutta Mahamuni. 1,000 years it is mentioned that they sat to listen to Puranas. Shaunakadi rishis also were equally. They were the ones who were sincere, serious to listen, went on asking, and Guru went on teaching. So by saying that Bhagavan Muni Shardula, appreciation to Vaashishthaji for his kindness. Third one, Vadatam Vara, who is best among the speakers. And the speaker is best mainly on the basis of what is the theme he is speaking. Somebody is such a eloquently speaking with all the vocabulary, with all the poetries, exclamations, expressions and all. But the subject matter is very mundane if it is. Then it's only an entertainment. It has no value. On the other hand, somebody has not got that much vocabulary to speak. Because वो एक आर्ट होता है, उसके लिए मेहनत करना पड़ता है. Only little he speaks. Yet his subject matter is the highest. He's talking about dharma. He's talking about the values. He's talking about the upasanas. He's talking about the loka seva. And he's talking about the divinity. He's talking about the reality. Even though language is not good, yet he is the great speaker. Because the subject is so great, which is useful for everyone for all the times to come. And if somebody is expert in both, language, expression, called as oratory skills, somebody, and the subject also is Brahma Vidya, he is called Vadatam Vara, best among the speakers. Munishardula, Vadatam Vara, Bhagavat. Feel that whenever we read any of the Shastras about the Guru who is teaching us or the Acharya or Guru who has given that Shastra to us in our own interest. Then the tuning will invoke his blessings. And then while composing all those Shastras, secretly they keep a treasure of their tapasya. Whoever have Shraddha to the Shastra and subject matter and to the author, let this tapasya be utilized little so that his intellect is sharpened, made subtle to grasp the intricacies of the Shastra and retain, so that he can do sadhana and reach the siddhi. ये सब होते हैं सूक्ष्म रूप. Like I do these classes I am doing. Whoever listens them on the YouTube, don't we do every day? Asyam kakshayam agatanam sankalvita satkarma sadigvijayartham tesham hridaye. Every day we do this sankalp. तो अपने आप कुछ हेल्प करता है इस इन दैट वे. So Bhagavan Munishardula Vadatam Vara, in this way having addressed the Guru, Rama's question is Kim Iva Iha Mano Brahme Vidyate. This Brahmayukta Mana, what is in it? What is the mind by itself? Kim Iva Iha Mano Brahme Vidyate. What is that Brahmayukta Mana? What is there in it? What it is? Where it has come from? Kavat Katham Utpannam. How it got projected or created or manifested? Manaha Mayamayam. Yeah, you are saying Mayamaya. This mind is, it is understandable to me also. What type of play this mind makes, plays, creates havoc. If you are not alert, if you are not taming it, I understand it. It is Mayamayam, this Manaha. Katham Utpannam, Kutaha Utpannam. How it got projected or created or manifested? Kutaha, where from? कैसा और कहां से ये मन उत्पन्न हुआ? क्यों? तो पता चल गया. मायामयम, भ्रममयम, कल्पनामयम. Then creating all those raga dvesha in us. Then for no reason getting bound. You know, like the most miserable tragedy movie. We pay 1,000 rupees, sit in the balcony and watch that movie and become frustrated. As if we don't have such frustrating reasons at home. खामखा अरे कोई सिनेमा भी देखनी है तो हंसना मजाक वाला सुनो ना. वही सोम सेंटिमेंटल इमोशनल बुद्धू. पैसे दे के रो के आते हैं. गए क्यों सिनेमा? क्योंकि घर में भी लड़कर रो रहे थे. अब सिनेमा घर आके क्या करते हैं? सेम थिंग अगेन, लड़ो रो लेना. खामखा ना, नॉट नेसेसरी. सेम वे द माइंड projects the world, projects the upadhis, brings the interlink between them through mamata and ahanta, and then makes the identifier with this tamasha, the jiva, suffer so much. That's why this is maya maya. So katham utpannam, kutaha utpannam. Mada. See, this is Ramji's prashna spashtata. And again he repeats, utpattim adau iti me samasena vada prabhu. Samasana sena me vada. Shortly, precisely, you tell me first. Adav, in the beginning, Utpattim, the creation of this mind itself. Manaka Utpatti, pehle wo batao. Then all the other things, how the mind plays havoc and how it binds and how to get out of it, these details secondary. Baad mein bolo. See? Pravakshasi. Utpattim Adav iti me samasena vadaprabho. Then Pravakshasi tataha shishtam. Thereafter, the system, the remaining thing, you will teach to me. Vaktavyam, which is worthy of you teaching, I have to grasp. First, tell me where from this mind has come. Thereafter, anything further to be spoken, you speak to me. Oh, best among the speakers and teachers, He Bhagavan and Munishartola. Isn't it? The funniest thing is, the mind is the one with which we do everything. Suffer also, enjoy also. But this mind itself we don't inquire. मना एंड मन के साथ उसको ओन करने वाला अहंकार, ये दोनों साथी चोर है. बोथ ऑफ देम व्हेन यू ट्राई टू इंक्वायर फ्रॉम वेयर दे कम, यू नो, बोथ ऑफ देम दे डिसॉल्व. मन का भी अहंकार का भी विचारणा करो, दे डोंट स्टैंड टू द इंक्वायरी. बिकॉज एनी अनट्रूथ अनरियल प्रोजेक्टेड कैनॉट स्टैंड टू द प्रॉपर ऑथेंटिक प्रमाण युक्त इंक्वायरी. Like the projected snake cannot stand to the authentic inquiry. When you take a torch, go focus, touch it and see it. There is no more snake, only the rope. But when we are not doing the inquiry, when we are believing only our mind's projection, then the snake was real and it is ready to bite me. I am afraid. I am worried, afraid. I am suffering. So to this mind and the ahankara. And if mind is not inquired and dissolved, it plays its havoc of our own, our samsara, which you and I are now going through. We are all jailed and caged and slavery to the mind. The whole suffering is in the mind. That's why in sleep, for the time being, when this devil called as the mind goes into that laya avastha, you and I find zero misery in a different state of bliss, ananda altogether. देखो, that is actually ahara brahma gamayati. In the Upanishads, so it is said. They are almost touching the Brahman in Nidra. Because that Ananda is Brahmananda only. Because only the curtain is there of ignorance. In that ignorance vritti, Brahma is reflected. Pureness and ignorance. No vasanas. No manifestation of those vasanas as thoughts as in Jagra Swapna. That is why that is so much bliss in Nidra. और वो भी छुट्टी के दिन सर्दियों में उत्तर भारत में जमकर खाकर all of that sleep, not night time. Night anyway we sleep, we don't waste the time. Daytime, दोपहर में जल्दी जल्दी 12 से 2 बीच में ब्रंच दबा कर खाए, ना सो जाओ शाम को 6 बजे स्वामी जी का क्लास में फिर से सोने के लिए आने तक. We enjoy or not. Natural it is. Ignore. Anyway, now the topic is this answer. श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच श्री ज्ञानयुक्त प्रेमयुक्त अनुभवयुक्त वशिष्ठ जी उवाच स्पोक. What did he say? महाप्रलय संपत्तौ असत्तां समुपागते अशेष दृश्य सर्गादौ शांतमेवावशिष्यते. He starts in this way. Mahapralaya sampattau. When the Mahapralaya happens. What do you mean by that Mahapralaya? Asattam samupagate ashesha drushya sarga. The entire seen world, when all of that asattam samupagate goes into oblivion and unmanifestation. Ashesha drushya asattam samupagate. And sarga adu, before the next sarga creation starts. See, when you give importance or attention or value to creation, as per our Sanatana Dharma Shastras, the creation is cyclic. It goes on. Pralay hota hai, fir se sushti. Like the night gone, at night the whole our creation is gone, again next state manifests. फिर दिन भर रहता है, फिर से रात को. Like you and I have the temporary pralaya at night. It is every day. It's called Nitya Pralaya. है ना. We have seen Bhagavatam, Nitya Pralaya, Naimittika Pralaya, Atyantika Pralaya. Chaturvida Pralaya we have seen. Mahapralaya. Nitya Pralaya is as we sleep every day. Naimittika Pralaya when Brahmadevji sleeps. Mahapralaya is when Brahmadevji gets retired. Atyantika Pralaya is when the ignorance is dissolved, Jiva Bhava is dissolved, we discover our oneness with Brahman. Right? This is how the creation ke drushti se. If you talk about the absolute self or the truth, it is as it is ever eternally. Therefore, in that, neither srishti nor sthiti nor pradaya. Be careful about these both clarities of Vedanta. And in this, the ones who are in this delusion of giving reality to the projected world, they are called jiva, they continue affected by their own projected the world and creation. They who accept and rise above the entire Srishti Sthiti Laya ideas and discover their identity with the substratum in which actually Srishti Sthiti Laya have never happened, they are called Mukta. थोड़ा सा समझ लो. So Bhagavan says here कि महाप्रलय संपत्तौ असत्तां समुपागते अशेष दृश्य सर्गादो. What is there in between these two सृष्टिस? एक का प्रलय हो गया, नया साइकिल स्टार्ट होने से पहले शांतमेव अवशिष्यते. The pure shanta sthiti alone is there. That shanta sthiti is called as Paramatma. Parama Atma, the Supreme Self. And to that Shanta Sthiti, a name that is Brahman or Atman, etc., later on they are given. But it is a state of being. Because it's consciousness, it has to be being only. The Uttama Purusha Sthiti. That Shanta Sthiti is called Paramatma Sthiti. Now, in the whole chapter, from the verse 4 to 24, in these 18-19 shlokas, of that Mahapurusha or that Maha Paramashanta Sthiti is being explained by Vaashishtha ji, which is the essence of all Vedanta. That's called as Brahma Sthiti, Atma Sthiti, Sadvastu Sthiti. Okay? In the same way, like in Mandukya Upanishad, you see, the third Advaita Prakarana toward the end, fourth Talata Shanti में भी हमको वही बताते हैं. You know that when the mind gets dissolved and the new mind is not created, if you are able to catch that point, you are realizing the self. You know, it said in many texts, Laya Vikshepayo Santau Manastatra Nirnamisham Sasandhi Sadhito Yena Samukti Padam Arhati. What is it? Well, let us see. Chant 4 or 5 slokas together and then one by one sloka we see. Vaashishtha ji now telling about that Shanta Sthiti, Shantameva Avashishyate. When the Mahapralaya happened, everything was dissolved. A new cycle of creation has not yet started. When you are in creation, these cyclic things, like you have day is a cycle. In that 8 again yama कहते हैं, अष्टयामा is एक दिवस. 3 yama is one cycle, yaar. 8 yama is one day. 7 days are one cycle. 4 weeks is another cycle. 6 months is another cycle. 2 hemispheres, what do you call them? In Sanskrit we call it ayanas. Uttarayana and Dakshinayana. They are cycle. So 1 year is a cycle. So to 1 dashabda is a cycle. 1 shatabda is a cycle. If you go in that way, astrologically, various cycles and periods of the time, depending on the movement of all these earth, chandrama, grahas, nakshatras, it goes on happening. In their movement only, for the jivas, depending on their own jataka janma, the conducive, non-conducive times keep on happening. Encashing the conducive times for the higher evolution, saving oneself during non-conducive, one has to go through. I'm just giving a idea of it. We are not studying that astrology or astrological, spirituality, हमको उतना नहीं पता. But that is there. है ना? The changes that happen because of the change in the movement of the whole cosmic stars, therefore the energies. A little idea will come to us if you give an attention. For example, last 100 years back, 200 years back, let us say, from the time of the, let us say, French Revolution, American Revolution, in that language, if you talk. What was there in that history? What was the whole thing? Science and technology, किस level पे थे? Absolutely zero only, isn't it? But in last 200 to 300 years, 19, 20, 21 centuries, see the drastic change that has happened, which has never happened in thousands of years. That's all the effect of the cyclic change in the Kala. So to the people, their minds changed. Negatively, of course. The Artha Kama have become important. Dharma Moksha are totally forgotten. From the spiritual standpoint, we are talking. The people, everything. Their own identity with themselves, their identity with others, mutual relations, their roles, responsibilities, how they have all changed. Effect of time. And we all again with our free will, knowingly or unknowingly done, we again cause we become the effect for the time to change. ये चलता ही रहता है दुनिया, इसी को एक और भाषा में कृतयुग, त्रेतायुग, द्वापर, कलि कहते हैं. These are all mutual related. Like कलि युग में लोग ऐसे रहते हैं, one way of saying. Other says लोग जब ऐसे हो जाते हैं उसको कलयुग कहते हैं. है ना? Time and human mind, they have the relation. Minds make the times mold the minds. काला चक्र कहते हैं उसको. और हर चीज फिर से घूम फिर आकर आती है. And this science technology that is there now, it is not first time. Million times in the past it went on happening. Then again the big world wars happen or some natural calamities happen because of the excesses of the human being to teach the lesson. Everything comes to the ground level. Finish. Again you have to start from the stone age. ये सब एक थियोरी है, आप बहुत सारे हैं, आप पढ़ लो, टाइम है तो. बट हमको नहीं है, हमको तो ब्रह्म विद्या पढ़नी है बाबा. है थोड़ा सा टाइम, इसी के लिए स्पेंड कर. Human life is very small even if you live 100 years. Now come to Sri Vasishthaji's teaching. He says, Shantameva avashishyate. Between those two. प्रलय हो गया, नया सृष्टि आने से पहले. Chant. आस्ते नस्तमितो भास्वान् अजो देवो निरामयः सर्वदा सर्वकृत् सर्वः परमात्मा महेश्वरः यतो वाचो निवर्तन्ते ये मुक्त यो मुक्तैरवगम्यते यस्य चात्मादिका संज्ञाः कल्पिता न स्वभावजाः यः पुमान् सांख्यदृष्टीनां ब्रह्मवेदान्तवादिनां विज्ञानमात्रं विज्ञान विदामेकान्तनिर्मलं यः शून्यवादिनां शून्यः भासको योऽर्कतेजसां वक्तामन्तारुतं भोक्ता दृष्टा कर्ता सदैव सः सन्नप्यसद्यो जगतियो देहस्थोऽपि दूरगः चित्प्रकाश्यो ह्ययं यस्मात् आलोक इव भास्वतः. So beautiful, na? First, aste. Aste means that Shanta Sthiti is there. By saying aste is asti. Asti is equal to Sat. Therefore, by saying aste, the first word used for Paramatma is Sat. Pure Sat. Aste. And first explanation about it is aste anastamitaha, which never becomes astamita, which never gets set, which never ceases to exist. And a pure existence never ceases to exist. That is why it is called existence. Pure consciousness also ever remains. Whatever it is illuminating, they may come and go. Nahi drashtuh drishtyohe viparilopah vidyate, Upanishads say. So aste, pure existence. And this existence is anastamitaha. And you see, that existence is me. If I realize, will there be a fear of non-existence, called as mrityu? On that pure existence, projected are the Panchamahabhutas. These Panchamahabhutas projected, in their mutual combinations, create all these shariras. The sharir ka meaning hai in Vedanta, shiryamana lakshanatvat. It gets disintegrated and dissolved. That is the meaning of sharira. Deha also the same. Deha upachaye. It is an assembly of some different parts brought together, contract for a particular period of time. 80, 90, 100, 110 years. After that, each compound which was collected has to go back to them. Water aspect to water, to Agni, Prithvi to Prithvi, then Vaya to Vaya, Akasha released. Like, nowadays, in all that government given leased places, I think so. I don't know whether I termed it properly. I don't know all of that. No, isliye Babaji, but they give 99 years of lease. In Delhi like places, so many places are allotted for different religions, different organizations, seeing their merit and all. तो उसमें लिखा रहता है, I have seen it, I have signed some of them, means we have seen. तो उसमें 99 years आपको लीज दिया है. उसके बाद जब तो जाएगा और you have to renew it. In the meantime, you can, whatever the law systems change, see to it that it is your made permanent. जो भी है, but लीज तो होता है. इसी तरह the deha means deha upachaya means it's only leaves. Thereafter nothing happens. What components came together, they go back. And the funniest part is what? That deha was never me nor mine. I am the only pure Sat Swarupa. Forgetting my Sat Swarupa, I thought I am this body and it is mine. And जब वो मेरा था नहीं, मैं हूं ही नहीं वो, और जब वो छूट जाता है, then the डर और दुख होता है. That's called samsara. Only out of that ignorance. That this is not mine or me, I am only pure self. इसका नहीं जानने से ही इतना संसार. So, two words. Aste, second, anastamitaha. Never ending, that reality. Third one is what? Bhaswan. That state of Shuddha Sat is Bhaswan means Prakashamaya. Its Prakasha is not like the Surya Chandra Adi Prakasha. It is the Jyotish Swarupa. It's the Chaitanya Swarupa. It is Prajnapti Swarupa. That Prakash, it is Bhaswan. That is that resplendency, brilliance. Like, that Ekashloki of Adi Shankara we studied. Who is the light during the daytime? Surya. When it night, who is the light? It is Chandra and Tarakas. And when the whole clouds also cover, who is the light there? Then the eyes, then who is the light of eyes? The mind. Who is illuminating the mind? Consciousness. Consciousness is existence. Existence is consciousness. Okay? थोड़ा पकड़ो उसको. That was there. And all the drama which you see now is only projected out of it. Interesting, in that green room, all these natak play करने वाले artists with all makeups seated there. Let us say Sri Rama Katha, Ramayana. So Ramaji, Lakshmanaji, Sita Mata, Hanuman. So now on the stage, the announcer is announcing. Audience are seated. After a good number of days, a very good group of kalakaras we have invited our town during these very auspicious days of Pongal, Sankranti. They will be performing to us this Ramakatha. All that interests artists. Now, at that time, what's the position of all the artists? Just like that, seated. Now, the moment the announcer announces, leaves the stage. Now, when they come onto the stage, each one manifesting their inner characters. राम जी की तरह डायलॉग बोल रहे हैं, लक्ष्मण जी की तरह सीता माता. All of them were manifesting now. Before that, they are there just. है ना? Example के लिए कह रहा हूं मैं. All these characters on the stage are projected. What they were seated in the green room that is reality. So too, the Sat and the Chit, is the reality eternally. Was alone there in the beginning. On that is the whole world projected. This is a pure Vedantic knowledge. We have to deeply grasp. Then what happens? To the reality, there is a chance for us to give the reality-ness, and to the projected, we give the projected value. When you give the Mithya Jagat Mithya value and Sad Brahma the Sad value, problem is solved. Because problem is the other way. The Sat Brahma is forgotten, the Mithya Jagat is taken as Satya. That is why we are running behind it. Mithya projected Jagat. And it being Mithya, you are never able to catch it permanently. Then we are disappointed. That's why the example of mirage water. Only silicon and the water project, and you are running. Only the thirst will grow and will collapse. You will never get the water because it is not real. This is how the Vedanta talks, helps, guides us. But it takes lots of listenings with Shraddha even to register it, to retain it, to reflect upon it, to make it our own knowledge. We are now at the stage of listening and retaining. Then we have to start independently reflecting, then making it our knowledge. No more the book is from the pustaka, now the knowledge comes to mastaka. अभी पुस्तक में ही है, अभी गुरु दे रहे लेकिन हम लेकर वापस कर रहे हैं, लेना है हमारे अंदर. Then the goal कि that primordial self behind beyond everything I have to realize. इसको कहते हैं साधक. और जो इसको पाने के लिए जो किया जाता है that's called sadhana. When you reach to that stage, it is siddhi. Projected world you will never get, but reality you will get, even if it takes some time. Okay, aste, pure existence, anastamitaha, never ending, bhaswan, prakasha swarupaha, then ajaha, the pure self, has not born from anything, that existence. It is eternally there. And you talk about the birth and death, and they are all called as concepts of time. The time itself is the concept of that reality. So it is before the time, it is within the time, it is beyond the time. It's timeless. That's why it's called Shashvatam, eternal. And time, we have to be one side concerned about time, that khatam ho raha hai as a human being, we have to do maximum sadhana in the given time. At the same time is a concept of mind. That's why when we are in sleep, there's no time. किस समय सोए, किस समय उठ रहे हैं, और सोने उठने का कहते हैं, लेकिन इन बिटवीन क्या टाइम हुआ, who knows? Desha kala vastu, all three are mana kalpita. That's proved because in nidra there is no mana, there are no these things. When we wake up again, the mana comes, these three come. And entire world and samsara is only in desha kala vastu. Listen now all these things. इन सबको फिर आप assemble करके अपना ज्ञान को पाना है. Jnana only is what is Jagat and its position, what is the Ishvara and his position, what is I, the Jiva, it's my position, and what is the Parabrahma Paramatma position. These four things knowing is the whole Vedanta. In that, Parabrahma Paramatma is reality. On him, the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara are projected. That is a play going on. So Jiva, what he has to do then? Detaching from the Jagat, surrendering to the Ishvara, his upadhis, should identify with his essential Brahmasthiti. This is the whole खेल. जितना समझ में आए उतना अच्छा. Okay, Bhaswan, then Ajaha, unborn. Unborn. First it was said Anastamita, undying. Therefore, what is said in Upanishad says Najayate Mriyate. Jayate first modification, Mriyate the last modification. The first and last denied. In between ones, Vardate, Viparinamate, Apakshiyate. It grows, it modifies, it decays. They are also denied. Therefore, Paramatma is Aja, Nirvikara, Amara. Birthless, modificationless, deathless. Therefore, he is eternal. So, Aste, Anastamitaha, Bhaswan, Ajaha. From Upanishads only all this. About the Shanta Sthiti. Four things are told so far. Fifth one is Deva. In the language of devotion, he is called as Deva. That's the title of this SARGA also. MOOLA KAARANA DEVA SWARUPA VARNANAM. Yes, MOOLA KAARANA DEVA SWARUPA VARNANAM. Deva he is called as. Deva and Bhaswan are same. Deva means Dyotanaman, Prakasha Swarupa. Pure Prakasha Swarupa. Consciousness. In us, that is there always. We are unaware of it. That's the whole problem. Our capacity of awareness has been misused in becoming aware of the contents in the awareness, not the awareness itself. थोड़ा if it थोड़ा sublime रहेगा, some other time we discuss in this language. So Devaha, fifth one. Sixth one is Niramayaha. So Niramayaha. So Niramaya means in him there is no Amaya. There are no diseases in it. Urmi are Amaya. Sarve Santu Niramayaha. Why? Because physical body is there, physical Amaya, disease will come. Subtle body is there, subtle diseases will come. Physical bodily diseases we all know, we carry. Mind's diseases are the Manasika Roga. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, these are all Manasika Roga. You know? Because of those Durgunas only, at mind level, we feel discomfort or misery. That's called Aswasthata. Wherever Aswastha is there, it is Roga. So Kama, Krodhadi make the mana Aswastha. That's why they are Roga. Like at the physiological level, various diseases make us Aswastha. They are called Roga. But the Roga in Sanskrit called Amaya. तो शरीर अंतःकरण स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण शरीर नहीं अभी वहां प्रकट हुआ, इसलिए एट दैट स्टेज इज निरामय, डिसीजलेस. ओके. शारीरिक मानसिक व्यक्तित्व व्यक्तिकरण नहीं हुआ, therefore the diseases which are only at those levels, they are not there in the shanta sthiti of Paramatma. Niramaya. Sixth point. Aste anamastamitāh bhasvan ajah devah niramaya. So these are the ones, essence of Upanishad only. So that is the state of the reality. Each word helps us to contemplate and reach to that reality. We should know the art of doing so. So we are discussing here the meaning of these words. Okay. 6 we have seen. Then 5 more we will see. Next one is Sarvada. Sarvada means he is always there. As we said just now, in his awareness, in the awareness of that Paramatma, Kala itself comes. And in the Kala, the Desha comes. And in the Desha Kala, entire Vastu Samudaya projected. They continue growing. They get dissolved. Same in sleep also. In sleep, Kala is not there. Desha is not there. Therefore, Desha Kala Nirmita, Vastus are not there. Therefore, Vastu Sambandhi Vyavahara is not there. है ना? Like the night time, 9 होते ही सारे दुकान बंद स्ट्रीट में. फिर सुबह 8-9 बजते ही एक दुकान खुला, दूसरा, तीसरा, एक एक खुलता ही जाता. All late works again gets closed at night. So in Kala, the creation happens, stays, dissolves. Kala also projected out of that Paramatma. Therefore, Paramatma, if you talk in the language or terms of time, he is Sarvada. काल के हर भाग में ही इज देयर, काल के अनुपस्थिति में also he is there. That's why you see, when we identify with that Paramatma, we have transcended that time. And birth and death all happen in time only. Therefore we transcend Janma Marana. Satya Shri Akala, as some people say. Akala. काल के beyond है. So Sarvada, seventh name of that sthiti. From the familiar things. We are familiar with the time. We know things come and go in time. This self is beyond time. Therefore, it's always there. Even time is not there, it is there. I am conscious of time. In the time the body, etc., are born and die. To those body, etc., we have identity. Therefore, we are afraid of the time. That a time of my death coming. But if we realize that I am the self beyond the time, our bodies will come and go. Kitne sare aayenge. This body itself got modified 10 times in last 70 years. Completely. See, this knowledge is if you don't have, then the two delusions that I am the body and body is perishing and it is a dukkha to me will persecute us. Only out of delusion. I am the self, I am not the body. In the self, out of Maya, millions of shariras are projected and rejected. देखो एक बात मैं कि जिस शरीर को लेकर हम दुखी होते हैं ये थर्ड क्लास शरीर है इससे बढ़िया बहुत बार हमको मिला चला गया आगे भी मिलेगा why are you holding on to only this like in our confused state of mind non inquiry we go to a hotel and eat only वहीं खाते रहते हैं अरे उस शहर में there are 10 more hotels which have better food than this only one shop you go for buying the things मुझे अच्छा लगता है you are conditioned stupid go to other supermarket there are 10 times better things and varieties are there so too one will hold on to one stupid fellow as friend because he is also stupid like us we are उस गधे को छोड़ there are 100 people well versed than this person more good quality and हम फंस जाते हैं इसी तरह we think this body alone is me and this alone is wonderful. Therefore, we are afraid of death. Ask the Lord, give me long life, and so that I can do maximum my sadhana to know that I am not the body. वो ठीक है फिर उसका भी छोड़ो ख्याल whichever the time we have to go we'll go till that time you focus on sadhana finish काम simplify करो इन topics को but otherwise throughout life we are afraid whereas our real self is this one sarvada. Seventh point. Eighth one is sarvakrutu. Sarvakrut means what? Sarva means entire. Krut means creator. He is the creator of entire what you are seeing. Naturally, because he alone was there before creation. If it all anything has to come, it has to come from him only. Simple logic. Same thing is in so many Upanishads. Atma va idam agre eka asit nanyat kinchana vishati. Sa ikshata imenu loka sujayiti. Lokapalanu sujayiti. Aitariyam ne हमने देखा. Every Upanishad talks that he is a Sarvakrut. And when you study the Vedantic textbooks, Upanishads, Bhashyas, all these riddles are sorted out. Brahman alone is there. First, finish. He has become aware of his own Shakti. Second, he wanted to use it. Third, he did Sankalpa. Four, then out of his Shakti, himself only, God manifested as this world, projected. Yet, he has not become them. The tamasha is going on. When he is bored of that, he dissolves all of that. He remains. And never difficult to understand. That every day we go through it. You are a man. Suddenly your father comes. Don't you bring out the son in you? Papa, Papa. Did you disappear as a man at that time? You are still man only. But now the son. So too your son comes. Suddenly Papa comes out of you. Beta, beta. Are you disappearing that time as a man when the Papa came out of you? No, no. Suddenly wife comes. The whole most humble, obedient servant comes out or not? He should be. हाँ, घर में चाहे छोला 12 घंटे भी है सलामत रहना चाहिए. So that doesn't mean that one has disappeared. This man is intact. That is why so many different projections are possible. The rule is if so many things are coming and going, there is some substratum which never comes and goes. And these comings and goings are kalpita there under some peculiar conditions. Gold remains same. So some peculiar condition like through the mold that melted gold is sent. Then different ornaments are the murtis, they come out. Murtis, ornaments, come and go. Gold remains same. Shuddha Paramatma remains same. On him, so many things come and go. In that way, Sarva Kritu. All these are the deep knowledges which sort out the diseases of delusion from the root level. That's why it becomes necessary to have these knowledges. That's why the शास्त्र अध्ययन. अब ये ज्ञान को आप समझ कर देखो कितना जिंदगी हल्का हो जाती. Like the knowledge we said, I am the pure Satchit Swarupa Atma. In me, millions of shariras came and gone. This is one of them. It goes and new ones will come and go. If this knowledge we abide in, do we have any fear of death, old age, of ours and others also? Somebody, their body is there. This body will be burned, goes to the five Mahabhutas. And the fellow who was there kicked that body and gone. He is pulled out and he'll be given the other one. अगर जीवन मुक्त है तो he'll go become विदेह मुक्त. What is there serious about it? All seriousness has come when we attach the body and relations through the body and get entangled in them. Both. मुझे से उनको सुख मिल रहा है और उनसे मुझे सुख मिल रहा है. This nonsense, like in Gita, Arjuna's only confusion is aham esham mama ete iti bharanti bhranti pratyaya janita sneha. Never forget this sentence of Gita. Aham esham, I belong to them. Mama ete, they are mine. Nobody belongs to anyone. यार एक ही ब्रह्म है वहां. ब्रह्म को दो प्रोजेक्शन करके ब्रह्म के ऊपर तू मैं then we relate to each other. Isn't it? Think. जाता नहीं है नॉलेज अंदर घुसता नहीं. और जब तक ये घुसता नहीं ज्ञान then the ignorance and delusion बाहर नहीं जाता. जब तक the powerful Indian patriots do not come, तब तक the Britishers do not go away from our country. The moment they all come, both the Ativadi and Mitavadi aggressively do, then these fellows have to run away. So when this deep jnana goes deep into our heart, the deep delusions, confusions, leading to the deep samsara and deep miseries, they will go away. नहीं तो नहीं जाएंगे. Let us have curative therapy, not symptomatic. Cure is only through jnanam because ajnanam is the cause of all diseases. भवरोग का कारण क्या है? अज्ञान. ये भवरोग को मिटाना है तो औषधि क्या है? ज्ञान. कौन सा ज्ञान? सत्य का सत्य के रूप में ज्ञान, मिथ्या का मिथ्या रूप में ज्ञान. दैट्स इट. सत्य का कोई कुछ बिगाड़ नहीं सकता. मिथ्या को जितने भी सवारे वो संवरता नहीं, हो जाएगा. Like the self, don't attend to it, don't decorate it, still it remains. Body 100 years you attend to it, decorate it, अलंकार करो, रंग लगा दो उसको, खाना खिलाओ, पिलाओ, सुलाओ, it will go one day. आत्मा को million years you don't touch it, still it is intact. The body, every moment you attach to it, do some or the other nonsense for it. One day it says, bye, मैं जा रही हूँ. Because real is real, mithya is mithya. Like people have ना, मैं मरता हूँ, मैं मरने वाला हूँ, ऐसा सोचता है. This is ignorance, delusion. It should be the other end. I am the self, never born, never dying. I am the self, never born, never dying. ये अभ्यास करना चाहिए. वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद मैं हूँ, वही आत्मा सच्चिदानंद. The moment the thought of the death or body comes, quickly attack it with the arrow. I am the eternal self. Even there is no war, you have to prepare your arms and ammunition. So the preparation is I am the self, the eternal self, the birthless, the deathless. वही बता रहे इधर. आस्ते अनस्तमितः भास्वानु अजः देवः निरामयः सर्वदा सर्वकृतु. Then sarvaha, he alone is everything. In this way, in the next 20 shlokas, everything that is spoken about Paramatma in Upanishads, all of that as if brought at one place by Vaashishtha. मैक्सिमम आर कवर्ड, आई बिलीव. एक आदमी से तो आगे कहते होंगे बदन पूरा आ गया. No, already you have seen in last 20-30 minutes how many words of that sthiti are used in the Shastras. It's a state of being, which is called here in the beginning as Shantameva Avashishyate. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purna Purnasya Purnameva Om Shanti Shanti Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. देखो, when physics, chemistry, technology are taught, so much it becomes prevalent. To that extent, the reality is never told. Reverse karo the entire educational system. If it talks about Brahma Vidya first, then everybody become Brahmagnani. As simple as that. तो आप लोग जल्दी जल्दी नया पार्टी बनाओ, पावर में आ जाओ, पूरा एजुकेशन सिस्टम को बदल के पहले ब्रह्म विद्या सिखाओ. पहले एमपीओ को, एमपी महापापी, मेक हिम एमपी महापुरुष. ज्ञान से. Every school, college, even if the child is 3 year, 4 year old, पहले उसको ब्रह्म ज्ञान देना. You are Brahman, you are not the body. Then why will you become Kami Krodhi? Because Kamad Vikara come when I am Sharira. And that's enough for destruction. Om Nadatra Suryo Bhati Nachan Nema Vidyuto Bhati Tameva Tasya Vasas Mangalam Guru Abrahma Narayana Sattano Rudra. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय, श्री वैष्णव भगवान की जय, भगवान स्मारक शास्त्र की जय, विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि ब्रह्म विद्याचार्य की जय, सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की. That's great. Thank you for your patience. Come back for our Hindi satsang.